Hi, friends. It's math time. I'm so glad you're here today because we have a slithery challenge to solve. Are you ready? Take a look at these two snakes. One is long and one is short. Can you tell which one is longer? Point to it. This is the longer one. Now, here's a challenge. Imagine we need to add one more snake to the group. We want all three snakes to be in order by length, from shortest to longest. Should the new snake be the shortest one, the longest one, or somewhere in the middle? The new snake should be in the middle, not as long as the longest one, and not as short as the shortest one. Look at that. Now we have three snakes, short, medium, and long. We've put them in order by length. Now let's think like mathematicians. These are the same three snakes, but they are not in any order. How do we get the snakes in the correct order from shortest to longest and prove it? Which snake is the shortest, which is in the middle, and which is the longest? Sometimes it's hard to tell just by looking. But what if we line the snakes up at one end, so we could compare them fairly? Look at how easy it is to see the order when they all start at the same place. Now we can order them from shortest to longest. Lining up objects at one end is a math trick that helps us compare lengths clearly. It makes it super simple to prove which object is shortest and which is longest. Mathematicians always use tools and strategies to be sure their answers make sense. Lining up the ends, that's one of the best. Okay, length experts, it's time for a quick check-in. Let's see if your math brain is ready. Look at these three objects. They're not lined up. What should we do first? Yes, line them up at one end so we can compare. Which object is the shortest? Point to it. Which one is the longest? Point again. What about the one that's just right in the middle? We did it. We ordered them just by looking. And because we lined them up, we could prove it like real mathematicians. Let's talk about some common mix-ups kids sometimes make. If you don't line the objects up at one end, it might look like one is longer when it's not. Stacking or tilting objects can be tricky. They should be flat and lined up. Have you ever thought something was longer but it wasn't? Lining your objects up at the ends makes it easier. Here's a problem that a student solved. I think they made a mistake when they tried to put these three crayons in order by length. Can you help figure out what went wrong? Take a close look. Are the crayons lined up at one end? Is the shortest crayon really first? Something seems off. What do you notice? When objects aren't lined up flat and at the same end, your eyes can get tricked. That's why this order's wrong. Can you figure out what needs to be fixed to show the correct order from shortest to longest? Great. Let's fix it now. First, we'll move the green crayon so it's not tilted. Then we'll line the crayons up at the end. Now we can put them in order from shortest to longest. So we fixed the mistake by doing two things. One, we made sure all the crayons were flat, and two, we lined them up at one end like lining up the edges on a ruler. Now we can clearly see which is shortest, which is in the middle, and which is longest. No tricks. One more thing. Did you know that you can line up objects across or up and down? That's called horizontal or vertical. You can line things up like this or like this. Both ways are correct, as long as all the objects start at the same spot. That means the ends are all touching one line, like the edge of a table or the zero on a ruler. That helps us see which one is longest, shortest, or in the middle. So, friends, how can you put three objects in order by length? Let's remember. Line up the objects at one end. Look for shortest, medium, and longest. Check your work to prove it's in order. That's it. You're now a length ordering expert. See you next time, mathematicians. And remember, when things are in order, math makes sense. Don't forget to click the link in the description for a free worksheet to show off what you learned.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more engaging math and literacy videos.